A story that has been evolving all season long and has certainly gripped our attention. This has been one huge year for Orlando Pirates, filled with ups and downs, a lot of drama and excitement. Now joining us in studio is a man who talks to the world about the goings-on at Orlando Stadium, and we're hoping to get all the juicy details of a very entertaining year. I present to you Mr. Modisane. Mickey, welcome to the show, my friend. Great to have you here. What a crazy year you guys have had. One would almost say so close but so far away. How do you view your season? Has it been successful? I know we're only in the interesting part now, but yeah, you've come so close to such major successes. How do you view this season?
It's been a great one, and it's also good morning to you, the great viewers of Express. I must indicate, it's been a bumper-to-bumper season and a remarkable one so far. We had to go through 3 finals, Unfortunately, we couldn't clinch any of them. The MTN8, the Telkom knockout, and the big one being the Champions League. And what is interesting is that most teams, when they go as far as we have gone, they end up basically, some of them they get relegated. Some of them they will have serious challenges because it takes the toll on the players and also on the team. But we are holding on. And we're still battling our fights in the domestic league. And so far, we're doing well. We're doing well. And no cause for concern or either any alarm bells. I think we are extremely doing well. So it's been a hectic one.
How do you cope with that shift in psychology? Before we talk about the biggest shift that the club has undergone this season, how do you readjust the players' mindsets and the training schedules to be able to put all of that behind you and move back into a PSL season that you guys have had to now catch up almost half of the entire season?
I think you need to have a bigger pool of players. You need to have a very interesting group of players. And you must be able to have enough arsenal. If you take out one player, you must be able to bring in with the same, with the same hectic mental mindset, You can't really have one player who would play better than the other one. You must have the same caliber of players. And that's what we have done. From the club side, honestly, I think we've got the biggest pool of players. We're talking about close to 38 players that are Orlando Pirates players. So we know that if 2 of our wings, they're not doing well, we can bring in another 2 that can be able to, hold the fort better for us. In terms of our full backs, we've got like 4 full backs. We know if the other 2 don't do well, we can bring in someone, But what has been interesting is that from the technical team side, it's just to make sure that the players, they've got the same, performance strategy, the same mental capability to make sure that they can hold the fort. That's what has been interesting going on as far as, the team is concerned.
The depths of squad. Now, I suppose one substitution that you wouldn't have liked to have dealt with this year is that of your coach, Roger de Sá. I've had the pleasure of getting to know him over the years. He wouldn't have taken that decision lightly at all. Can you shed some light on what ultimately was the tipping point there? Why did Roger leave?
Also, you must take into account that Roger is an up-and-about coach. He's a young coach, and especially when he hits a platform like Orlando Pirates Football Club, whereby it gives him, so much as far as his CV is concerned. The coach said, I've been there, I've done it all. I've even went where my colleagues have never been, my peers have never been. They've not been to Champions League. I've been to 3 finals with this remarkable team, with this super brand. Therefore, it is important upon me, with my enhanced CV, to therefore consider further opportunities and look for better options. And wow, there he is. And I envy Roger. He's one coach who would never sit there and say, for the fact that I'm doing well, I'm going to sit here and rot in this chair and rest on my laurels, and see them come and go. He felt, I've done it all. I'm here, now it's time for me to move on. And therefore he said to the chairman, please allow me to move on. And the chairman said, why not? Please go ahead.
Now, I hate to ask you this on the spot and to do it so quickly, but tonight's game up against Ajax, what are we expecting there in terms of the style of play?
2 games we didn't do well. We played against Sundowns, we lost at home. We also traveled all the way to Limpopo. We lost also against Polokwane City. This time around, from the coach's side is that, what do we do? Eric Tinkler is the caretaker coach, and also Tebogo Moloi to say, what do we do? We basically need to bring in another pool of players. We see a little bit of change with regard to the type of players that we'll be bringing in today. Some players were of the opinion that they've rested for too long, and now they must be brought back into the mainstream. So hopefully those players can come in and do wonders for us. Maybe the system that we have been using previously, being a 4-5-1 system, has never worked for us. Maybe the coach is thinking, maybe let me try a 4-4-2 system and see how it goes. So we'll probably be having 2 strikers up front to make sure that they bring bring in the goals. It's going to be a tough one. It's always tough. Playing in the mother city is always tough.
And Ajax have showed a lot of heart, but I like the sound of two strikers. I think the fans do as well.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you so much. All the best for the rest of the season. I have a feeling the best is still yet to come for Pirates. So all the best of luck, my brother.
Patience is a virtue, and that's what we look forward to. Thank you. It's been a great pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. Modisane, the PRO of Orlando Pirates, up against Ajax Cape Town at the Athlone Stadium. Get out there and support your teams wherever your allegiances lie.